You ready for this?
Yeah.
By this logic, any characters with ambitions is a satanic character. Mario wants to do something with his life, but is told he can't succeed by everyone, even his own parents. In the end, he finally proves himself. Also, Bowser is literally forcing Peach to marry him, despite not even knowing each other, and doesn't care who he hurts.
Now, look, there's 44 thumbs up on that comment. So there's 44 other people that agree, like, yeah, I think they're reaching or whatever. But, okay, so the logic here is because Bowser is forcefully trying to marry Peach, this can't be a God figure. But the whole point of what we're saying is this is Gnosticism. This is the way Satan would tell his side of the story. How he'll describe God to you. God is a tyrant.
Right.
God is trying to kill anyone who doesn't worship him. That he's, if God is really coming to save the bride, then he's going to paint it like he's forcefully taking her against her will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think it's fascinating that when you want to present something that's the opposite, you force that idea onto other people so that you present it as if it's a forced love. And the characteristics presented by Bowser, or Koopa, King Koopa, as they call him, we're going to see here in a second. And we're going to actually, it's blatantly obvious who Bowser is portraying here and who Mario, as the underdog, is portraying. By the way, who is the underdog in the Great Controversy?
Well, that would be Satan. He wants to get the sympathy. Look, I was born this way. I can't help it that I'm a fallen angel, and yet now I'm banished out of heaven. I can't go to heaven because you made me this way, God. See, this is the sympathy for the devil story that we see in so many movies, like Ralph. He's at with Bowser, by the way. He's at the bad guys anonymous meeting, and Bowser's right there with him, and he wants to be good, but they're telling him, no, you can't be good. You were made to be bad.
Okay, so check this out. We're going to go on another comment here. We're going to go over a few of the comments because I really want to punch this home. This is interesting. Pause that. Don't follow the game's lore.
So
See,
they're
that's what I
quoting
said.
you.
Yeah, I quoted that. Don't follow the game's lore. The whole point of Mario Odyssey was Bowser wanting to marry Peach on the moon. Absolutely right. He's right about this. But I never said that wasn't part of the lore.
Right.
I said that not part of the lore was having Peach be the main character. I mean, she's practically the main character throughout this whole thing.
Wow.
She is the one pushing forward. I mean, what is that? To me, that's a woke agenda.
Yeah.
That's not just, let's make Mario the side character. She actually says, he's not anything. He's nothing. He's not important.
Yeah.
And so she almost gets more screen time than him. So I think that's we're going to see more about that in a second. But let's move on to the next comment here. Let me play this. All Mario wants is to be something bigger, better, and higher than the rest of us. That's what I said, yeah. He started his own plumbing business. He never showed any sinful ambition throughout the whole movie. He was more or less the underdog character. We already commented on the underdog character.
Yeah.
But did he show any sinful ambitions?
Well, I didn't see the movie, but I saw him sneaking past the guards to get into the kingdom. That sounds like a sneaky...
Sounds like a type of lying to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to be forcing his way and pretending to be he was part of this kingdom. That's exactly the thing Satan does at the end of time. Actually, in our lifetime, he has infiltrated into some of the churches and pretended to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So he's got characteristics of people in this part of it, and so that's exactly what Mario's doing. We already brought that out in the video, but
if we look at pop culture media through the lens of the Bible, you see it over and over and over. I mean, the way you started it out, there's a bride, a beast, the end of the world, destroying in fire. All these elements are there, but the characters are twisted and they're put in the wrong place, and that's the way Satan would tell the story. Something you said made me think about that, but
yeah, no, that's exactly it. So is it playing from the beginning again? Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the next one here. It says, here we go. Interesting how some people are stuck on this story is in everything. This was a great comment. I really appreciate this. If you notice, I crossed out everyone's name, even if they said a good comment, because I wanted to, not reveal or dox anyone, as they say, right? But she says, this story is in everything, people say. It's the most basic storyline in all media. You guys are reaching. But that's the point, she says. Why is this basic plotline so pervasive, even across cultures? Why are these shows, for adults, children, doesn't matter, always ending with humanity banding together to defend our existence against a tyrannical god or godlike figure? What exactly is the point to tell this one story over and over and over again, just with different scenery? Is it because we really aren't that creative? I mean, we got a lot of creativity. I've seen a lot of creativity, but is it because we're not that creative and simply can't have only one story to tell? Or is it because there is a point to ingraining this story in people's minds? Either way, this should catch your attention.
Yep. So, I mean, I just think it's interesting. This is best post-apocalyptic movies in 2022. Moonfall, Last Survivors, Black Crab, Borderlands, A Quiet Place, Dune. So many movies are about the end of the world. The Croods is about the end of the world. Lego Movie, about the end of the world. Literally every movie that comes out, it's like coming soon to the end of the world. We need to band together to fight against the asteroid, the UFO, Thanos. It's always some threat from out there is coming to Earth, and we need to fight together against it. It's the same story over and over. And like she said, that's the whole point. People are saying that this is a reach, or you make something out of nothing. No, we need to be thinking, where is this story coming from? Why? When you see a common thread, when you see the same template over and over and over, you can't say, oh, it's just coincidence. Oh, it's just random. These are just mindless entertainment. No, there's a pattern here. And when there's a pattern, you want to find out, where did that pattern come from? And that's what we're doing. That's what if you scroll through our channel, you're going to see it over and over and over again. And most of the time, people agree with the videos we're saying that do that. But there's something different about Mario that makes people resistant to receive that message.
And I'm just going to do a couple more of these, but I think it's interesting that we go through this. Let me see here. Don't follow the game lore. And let's move on to this one. The ending with the blue star made it definitive that the entire movie had a gnostic and other subtle, subliminal messages that children are vulnerable to. Even most parents who are naive and think that it's just an innocent movie, when the makers of the movie know beforehand to make it appear lighthearted, instead of making it obvious that there's something sinister going on. Nothing left but you and the infinite void. That's what the star said at the end of the movie.
Wow.
Is some of what the blue star said at the end. If that sits well with you as normal, you need to critically think about what you are feeding your mind.
Wow.
So you know what I think about that's interesting about that is that they got rid of Bowser. And we're going to see in a moment that Bowser, more than just what we proved in that video, is truly the portrayal of God.
Yeah.
And getting rid of God, what is there left? Nothing.
Void.
An infinite void.
Wow.
And he said, is this happiness?
Wow. What? Okay. I'll be honest, I didn't even really understand what the blue star thing was about, except that it was just like this dark, ending on some kind of dark note, but that makes a lot of sense. You killed God, you're in an infinite void. And it's coming from a star, which the Bible says are angels.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The Bible calls angels in Revelation. I'm going to move on through some of these real quick to try to get to the meat of the program. What do you think about this right here? Pause that. What do you think about this? What's it called? This picture.
So this was a game on the Super Nintendo, RPG game, and it's called Legend of the Seven Stars. 7 stars. Where have I heard that before? let's search the Bible for it. So
Yeah.
if I look up the King James and I type 7 stars, I see Revelation 1:16, and it says, "And he," talking about Christ, "had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword." Wait a minute, show that picture.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait a minute, a sharp two-edged sword? Are we seeing a sword in the We see 7 stars. We see a sharp two-edged sword. This is coming right from the book of Revelation. You see the sword in the background. So that's Bowser's castle. Bowser's palace has the sharp two-edged sword. I didn't either. This is all just like we're learning together, guys. We're researching together. So the Jesus holds 7 stars in his hands. Out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword, and his countenance was that of the sun shining in strength. Revelation 1:20 also says, "The mystery of the 7 stars which thou saw in thy right hand are the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches." Revelation 2:1 says, "The 7 stars in his right hand, or these things saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand." And Revelation 3:1 says, "These things saith he that hath the 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars." So we know that Jesus has the 7 stars in his hands, and they are 7 angels.
Right. And let me bring this back to here real quick. And if you think that's reaching, just wait. Wait till the end of the program. We're going to go through item by item, showing you that not only is it prevalent in the movie that just was released, but also in the in-game part of it too.
What I thought was interesting was the comment I saw over and over was like, this isn't something new. This came from the games. All the games is the same thing. The Bowser was, he came down from the sky to try and marry the princess. And it's like, okay, that doesn't discredit the information. Right. It just further proves that this has been going on as long as the games, Right.
Yeah, and I think what's fascinating about it is the princess that you mentioned. Where does she live? She lives in a perfect paradise.
Yeah.
In the Bible, a woman is considered a church.
Yep.
And so
to expound on, you mentioned that in the video. You had a good verse, actually. What was the verse?
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ loves the church.
You can't create more time.
And then
just make it.
It also, in the Bible, he's the bridegroom coming for his bride. And if you read the Old Testament, God's people he's always saying that they've gone a whoring after strange gods because we're in a marriage. And if you worship God and then you worship another God, then you're whoring yourself to someone else. This is what we're talking about. The bride, the church, the woman, we are the bride of Christ.
Right, absolutely. And check this out. This is from the in-game. Wait, is this game or video? I don't remember.
That's from the movie, I think.
This is from the movie? So,
I think.
Look at this. It's got stained glass in it right here.
Wow.
What is all this stained glass of the princess? Now let's move on to this next picture here.
Where do you find a stained glass window?
Ooh.
We actually asked ChatGPT just to see what it would say. And it said churches, synagogues, other places of worship. Like you find stained glass windows in cathedrals, churches, synagogues. And so it's interesting that the woman, the bride, the princess, if we are the bride of the Prince of Peace, that makes us it
makes us the woman.
A princess.
Yeah, princess. Yeah, it's wow, that's hard for me to think about.
Princess bride. Look at this. What's on the other side? It's like clouds. So you have, this is God is the coming on the clouds, the kingdom in the clouds,
That's fascinating. Okay, check this out. This next video clip, I don't have my notes in front of me anymore, but let's comment on this real quick. This really blew me away. Let this go through.
Some princess napping and destructive tendencies aside, Bowser is a great father. You can't create more time.
He's a great father.
Yeah, he's a great father, they said.
Okay, so Bowser's a great father. Who else is a good father? It's who you are. God is our good father. I think it's interesting. We're going to see other videos where they say that Bowser's really the only father figure in the whole franchise of Mario.
Yeah. I'm going to pause right here for a second. Can you find me the channel changer? I can't hear the audio. I see it right there. I had it in front of me, but someone took it from me. Yeah. Yeah, because I can't hear what's going on, but I remember this clip, and we're like, oh, yeah, Father. You guys can hear it, I think, but we can't hear it. So let's go ahead and keep going with this.
Yeah, if you guys hear the
Just
clips, give a little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Make it. And so he does. To check in on his son's chores during Mario Rabbids Kingdom battle, and no doubt an effort to teach the little man, Turtle Monster, of responsibility, honesty, and the ability to juggle fighting dual plumber brothers, all the while keeping a tidy room. And
So I think that's interesting, and here's why. Because Bowser is the only character in the whole film that is portrayed as a father, and so he's fixing his son, helping his son's room, and he has a whole family. I mean, granted, at the very beginning of the film, we did see for the first time practically the father and family of Mario and Luigi, but they weren't main characters. We're talking about the main characters of the film: Mario, Princess, Bowser, things like that we've seen throughout the whole franchise. Who is? I mean, out of those main characters, I'm asking you: is Bowser considered a father?
He's a father. He's a king. His kingdom's always up in the sky somewhere. Like, there's so much here.
So okay, so that's fascinating. But let's continue down.
How can
the
you
line.
think this guy isn't awesome? He's the crowned ruler of an entire kingdom, super tough and strong, has access to the Mushroom Kingdom's most advanced technology and most powerful magics, can travel through space and time at will, and all the while remains a devoted and loving father.
I want to say that this guy, Game Theorist, he has over 17 million subscribers. That video had millions of views. Are you going to put the comments on there?
The comments I didn't see any comments.
Okay, so the comments on that video were like, "Whoa, it's amazing! Like how deep the storyline is. Like how the creators, they went to the lore and all this stuff, and these people are saying the exact opposite of what's happening on our channel.
Yeah.
Because we're coming at it from the angle like this offends God, whereas if it's it really is deep, but it doesn't offend God. So.
I might bring those comments up when you talk next. But I think what's interesting is exactly what you said.
Oh.
They were saying, "Man, I can't believe that these they are integrating real life scenarios and biblical ideas into their films. That's so great," they were saying. And we were saying, hey, they're integrating real life scenarios and biblical scenarios into the films, and people are saying, "Oh, you're reaching."
Yeah. It is interesting, man.
So let's go back to the next one. Oh, and I also wanted to bring out there was a lot going on in this one. He is the magician.
Oh, did you not play more of those?
No, I mean, that was just in this one clip alone. Whoops, wrong one. In that one clip alone, it talks about him being access to all the. Let me just go through that one more time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot.
He's sitting on the throne.
Super tough and strong, has access to the Mushroom Kingdom's most advanced technology and...
So he has access to most advanced technologies.
No.
Okay, technologies technically, and when God has technologies, they might look advanced technologies to us, but he's created them. I mean, if you think about it, a muscle is a technology, right? So if he created beings, we are the thing he created.
Yeah.
I'm going to call that a technology of God.
most powerful magics, can travel through space and time at will, and all the while...
Can travel through... I mean, what?
Travel through time and space.
So I didn't know that. I didn't know that about the game until I watched this video.
Yeah, so we're learning even more.
So he can travel through space and time, and it's going to go on and explain that a little bit further as we get down in there. But isn't that I don't think Mario can do that. Why would Mario be considered the hero character if the hero character can travel through space and time? So Mario is obviously the underdog.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Well, remains a devoted and loving father.
And there we go. Again, a loving father.
Loving father.
Okay, so let's check out this next clip.
And I don't know about you, but in every single castle of Bowser's I've ever seen, there's a ton of gold coins. Now, if you can make the argument that coins are just reoccurring items in every Mario level ever, then why does Bowser have a solid gold train in...
Okay, so pause it right there. Not only is he the wealthiest guy, he comes in the clouds. He has a castle on a rock that's not carved out, that's not carved by hands, right? Because it's all jagged and everything. He has, look at this, the solid gold train has a ton of money in it, and it's going on top of roads made of gold.
That's right. That's when you read about heaven, it's got streets of gold. Interesting. We're just adding more evidence here. You know, if people think that video is a reach, then think of all that was shown in the video and then add this to it. We're just piling up the evidence. Where does Bowser live? In a mountain of fire. We know that God lives where the fiery stones are, the mount of the Lord. Somebody actually, there was a comment that said, I can't believe Little Light would take...
Just pull it down.
They said...
I thought the whole light was coming down on you.
They basically said, Little Light are the only people that could take a fire-breathing dragon who lives in the realm of hell, basically, and call him God. Look, we're following a bunch of caricatures that the devil made. The devil doesn't have horns, and he doesn't live in hell. Who lives where the fire is? That's God. They followed him as a pillar of fire. He came as a burning bush. He's going to return and destroy the earth with fire. He is a consuming fire.
Right. When Satan was in heaven, it says that he walked around. Well, Satan, technically Lucifer at the time, when he was in heaven, he was. The Bible says he walked around in the fiery stones.
Yeah.
Stones of God. And so these things are definitely, God is a consuming fire, the Bible says. And so I think that's it's pretty obvious. But let's continue down the rabbit hole, shall we?
His likeness, carrying around hundreds of gold coins. And don't even tell me Bowser shipping riches is something new. Back in Mario 3, Bowser had entire airships, literally stuffed with gold coins that Mario...
So Bowser's airship is also still in the sky. Fascinating. I'm just saying. More in the sky stuff that Bowser has.
I know. That's interesting. His kingdom is in the sky.
Just pirated.
A toad informs us that Bowser created the painting worlds to keep the power stars hidden away to trap the Toads and Peach. We can confirm that the castle is placed on Earth and the painting worlds are not on Earth and can be accessed through transcending boundaries. Gods have the power to create worlds. This would make Bowser a god.
Whoa.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
What?
You want me to play it again?
Yeah, he made worlds?
He may, apparently. I mean, like I said, I didn't know that until we started researching through that. So let's play that again and see exactly what that was all about. Listen, everyone.
A toad informs us that Bowser created the painting worlds to keep the power stars hidden away to trap the Toads and Peach. We can confirm that the castle is placed on Earth and the painting worlds are not on Earth and can be accessed through transcending boundaries. Gods have the power to create worlds. This would make Bowser a god.
I think that's fascinating. So I'm going to pause it right there just for a second. And this is another channel showing that this is he's fighting a god.
Yeah.
There aren't multiple gods. There might be little g gods, but he's pretending to be the God coming from heaven.
Yeah, and just to clarify the other clip where he was talking about the train and all that, that guy was making a case that Bowser is this Japanese like turtle dragon god thing. But that's the thing. He's a god. And we know that there's only one God. Any other god is a counterfeit, but the fact that he can time travel at will, he can make worlds, he is in the sky, he's coming to Earth to take his bride and destroy the rest with the lake of fire. Like, dude, there's no other way to look at this. Right. You can't say that that's Satan. Satan is not coming on the clouds to take his bride and destroy the rest with fire.
Right.
He's not doing that.
In the lake of fire.
In the lake of fire.
Okay, so you want to see a nail in the coffin. This is what I really was impressed by. This is the show that I used to watch. Remember I said at the beginning in the countdown, this is the original series that I used to watch as a kid when I was 6 or 7 years old.
The brothers.
Yeah. And so this is one that I didn't remember, but apparently this is what happened because this is exactly what it looks like. Listen to what they say. This blew my mind. Check this out.
1000 BC. We've arrived in Pyramid Land, where we've heard the mushroom people were in real trouble. King Koopa had appointed himself Pharaoh and was forcing everyone to live by a set of evil laws.
Look! It's Koopa's 10 Commandments!
time that Krubby Cooper's gone too far.
Come on! We've got to free the mushroom people from Koopa's terrible Koopmanment.
Okay, what? Free the mushroom people from. Okay, so not only did he come in the sky to save his bride, he's a god basically. I mean, he's created worlds, and he's coming, and he's given the commandments, which looks like 2 tables of stone with 10 things subscribed on them. Who does this remind you of?
Like, he's making everyone follow these evil laws. Dude, this is pretty clear, man. Yeah, if you guys still have questions, I'm still waiting for all the people that said we're reaching. There was at least one person, maybe 2, who said they were unsubscribing from our channel because we pointed out that Mario is fighting against a powerful God that's coming to Earth to destroy the world with fire and to take his bride. Why? Why are you unsubscribing? Because we point out what's literally there.
Yeah.
This is emotions. These are, look, I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. I've been working here for 5 years, and in the beginning, you know, I might have still watched a movie here and there, and then I lost interest in that stuff. And now when I watch a trailer, it repulses me. I see a trailer that's glamorizing the occult, and it just, there's nothing about it that appeals to me. But when Mario came out, there was a big part of me that was like, wow, I hope I can watch this. I hope there's nothing in it, because it was nostalgic to me, and I like Mario, and I was like, I hope there's no LGBT stuff. I hope there's no magic and sorcery. And now I cannot watch this movie in good conscience knowing that they're literally making God the villain. I just can't. And I'm telling you this because I'm having to fight against my own flesh. This isn't just us saying, you know, I understand the battle. This is a real battle of trying to die to self, and I understand the nostalgia that comes with it. I grew up on Mario as well, and I wanted to see the movie. And I even recently thought, hey, maybe those games I could play them with my daughter because they're Mario, you know? And now I'm looking into the games. I've never played Paper Mario before, and I thought it looks pretty innocent. And I recently bought a Wii so I could play some of these sport games and stuff. And it says, the story opens with a place that lies far beyond the sky and far above the clouds, called Star Haven. Within the sanctuary of Star Haven. What? I'm reading this for the first time. Lies the star rod, which can grant any wish. The 7 star spirits. The 7 spirits that we just read about in Revelation. The 7 star spirits use this artifact to watch over and protect the Mushroom Kingdom until one day Bowser and Kami Koopa appear in the sanctuary. Bowser's appearing in the sanctuary.
Okay.
Satan can't do that. Bowser shatters the protective seal over the star rod and grabs it in hopes using its power to defeat Mario. The star spirits are then trapped inside cards by Krammy. I'll have to read more of this. There was some of this that was just like, this is just in your face stuff. The stars are basically trapped by Bowser. So angels are being bound by God. Think Satan's telling the story that God keeps angels prisoners.
It really floors me when they said sanctuary.
Yeah.
I mean, God is in the sanctuary. We are told at the end of time, which is not what this was talking about, that Satan will appear in the holy place, and it talks about that in the poetic language in Daniel Revelation. But I think it's fascinating. It's fascinating. There's so much lore engulfing this game, and it's, even though it's pulled from a not necessarily Christian roots, it's still got a lot of Christianese in it. So why is that happening? That's fascinating. Is it just because someone thought, oh, I'm going to put that in there because that'd be funny, or is that supernatural?
It's got to be supernatural. This came from Japan. There's less than 1% of Christianity in Japan, and we've seen this. We talk about this in the anime documentary. how much Christian themes are in anime. Neon Genesis Evangelion literally means a new gospel interpretation of the Genesis, and they're fighting against angels who are sent by God to destroy half the world. And then now we're at the place where we have the 7 deadly sins who fight against the 10 commandments. How does this get into Japan? They're being inspired by something, inspirited. We believe that not every director and writer are sitting around some table in a smoke-filled room saying, how can we deceive the Christians? But we believe that they're openly telling us, hey, I got this script from a dream. James Cameron, Avatar, I got the script from a dream. Terminator, got the script from a dream. Harry Potter, got the script from a dream. The actors, that wasn't me out there. I was channeling a spirit. Malcolm X, or Denzel Washington was playing Malcolm X. He kept on going. That wasn't in the script. They kept it in the movie.
Yeah.
So literally, while he's channeling a spirit, that was in the movie. You're being entertained by that spirit.
I'm just glancing at the comments right now. Some guy named Super Quote, which is an awesome name, by the way, because it looks like Super Chat.
Super Quote.
Says, Mikey, if you see my comment, look up, he quotes this.
Okay.
N64, Princess, Peach Castle Voyeur. Voyer. He said it's a Masonic lodge.
Oh, yep.
Sun motif with black and white checkered floors.
So Nintendo 64 Princess Castle what?
N64.
I saw that.
Yeah,
then.
look it up on YouTube because N64 Princess Peach Castle Voyer. That's what he says to look up. Super Quote. Thanks, Super Quote. We'll check that out.
I mean, I think that clip you showed had some of that in there. So I'm seeing, the castle is straight up Freemasonic. You walk in, there's the checkered floors. You got all the pentagrams spinning around, the coins with the stars on them. You look up, and there's the sun motif. You look down, or maybe the sun is down there too. All that stuff. It's all in the Masonic lodges.
Interesting. Huh. That was N64. Yeah, we saw that in the video. That was N64. He wandered around there and had that going there. Fascinating. I'm looking at the comments right now. I thought we'd get to the live comments instead of going back to the old comments.
Yeah.
Because it'd be interesting now that we have a good group of people in here.
Yeah, I'd love for someone to tell us how we're reaching, what the truth is, how this isn't what we're seeing it, because there was a lot of some of the people in the comments on that video really brought out some other good points too. Like when he was coming with fire to earth, it looked like a big mountain, an upside down mountain. And in the book of Daniel, it says that the final kingdom will be Christ returning like a stone cut without hands to smash every other kingdom and take over the world. I mean, there's so much symbology in there. You mentioned that his house was founded on the rock, but it's also, the kingdom. Oh, I know what I want to show you. In Paper Mario, it said that, I think it was Paper Mario, it might have been another one, but it says that Bowser's kingdom went underground under the princess's castle and lifted it up into the heavens like a rapture. He literally took the whole church to heaven. I mean, come on, guys. But he's the bad guy. He's the villain. Mario needs to save her from heaven.
Oh, my goodness. So I'm convinced. I was convinced before, but
yeah,
I think we've overstepped the bounds on this. This is fascinating. If someone wants to produce a counterpoint to this, they'd have to go through every single point we've made here. And it's just impossible to refute how obvious it is that Bowser is portrayed as God that Mario has to defeat.
Yeah, I believe it 100%. I didn't see any really... Somebody says I agree 100% with what you all are saying. I just think it's important for us to do stuff like this, to I don't want us to ever put out a video that seems like there's holes in it, that it's not a solid point, and then somebody say, I'm leaving your channel because now you're just making stuff up.
Not making stuff up.
Yeah, so we want to come on here. We want to hear input. We really do. We're open-minded. I mean, you have to be open-minded to see this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're open-minded. We want to hear your opinions. We definitely don't want you to leave, and we want to connect with you guys, and we want to be able to share, hey, there's more than what we put in the video. There's more evidence to this thing. We're not just grasping at straws and reaching.
And this was just what we covered. What I covered in that video was just what was portrayed, and that really stuck out to me. There was so much more we could have said in the games. I mean, there's been games since the 80s.
Yeah.
80s? Maybe even 70s. I forget when it started.
No, it was
but
the 80s, yeah.
It's been going on forever. And so we could go through, if we had time, every single game and say, hey, look, this is what the lore says. This is what is happening. And this is obvious what we know is Gnostic. Wendy Parker says, Gnostic religion always flips the script, calling God evil and those who oppose him as good.
Yeah.
And she's 100% right.
There was, I was trying to think, there was something else in that Paper Mario thing. Yeah, I just looked into the Paper Mario thing because I was tempted to buy it, and I was like, hey, if it's, in one of the scenes, you go to a fortune teller, a ghost with a pyramid, a floating, spinning gold pyramid that says, do you want me to read your fortune? Yes or no? So, I mean, even that aspect, there's, the ghosts are bad guys. Okay, you can argue that. I think the witch in Paper Mario was a good guy, though. It was like this Koopa riding a broom flying around, and for some reason I kept seeing it talk to Mario like it was a good guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna, don't like hold that against me if that's wrong, but it appeared as if the witch was good.
Look, we got a comment. Honestly, you guys must be so lumber. I don't know what lumber is from the amount of stretching to get
limber.
To get the results you got from Mario movie. See, we always get these comments, but no one ever actually says what is so lumber.
Yeah, I would love for you to just tell us what was the reach, what was the stretch, please.
It's an emotional thing.
It is.
They want to.
I'm right here on Wikipedia, papermario.fandom. Bowser's Castle in the Sky. Bowser's Sky Castle. Mm-hmm. I mean, when the bad guy has a castle in the sky and it's surrounded with fire and he's coming to take the church, the woman, I just don't see how you can see it any other way. There's just no way. There's no way to make that Satan. That's not Satan. He's not coming for the bride and to destroy the rest with fire and to take her into the sky. That's just not happening.
Mm-hmm. I got that's the end of my presentation, but I thought we would kind of look at the comments, just look and see what other people are saying on here. I can't see anyone else that is disagreeing. So, I mean, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
But
Star Road. I mean, the Angel Road.
You're still finding stuff, huh?
Yeah.
What do you say? Should we continue, or should we try to research some more?
I think it's good that we're seeing that people are agreeing. And we got 114 thumbs ups in here, and I just hope that if anybody was skeptical, that maybe this added a little more to it. I mean, Bowser's writing the commandments, and yeah, it's all there, man. Do your own research too. We encourage you. Hey, prove us wrong. That's what I wanted to do. I was telling Brad before we got on camera. I said when I wanted to. There was a part of me that was like, maybe I can prove this wrong. I want to look up, maybe Paper Mario is safe or whatever. And the more I looked, the more I found. And I'm like, no. Look, it's a struggle for us too. I mean, when it comes to things that we grew up on. So.
Absolute.
Lauren says, hi, Mikey and Brad. Hey, Lauren C. Always good to see you. Hey, Joy. Hey, Wendy Parker.
Yeah.
These are people I'm familiar with. Coop Manments say what? That's right. Those evil rules. Always the evil rules. Yeah, so that ties into Mario saying, I'm just so sick of people telling me what to do. Well, in the cartoon he said, he's trying to make these people follow these evil rules.
But he's just a plumber.
That's right.
He's the underdog. Yeah, and oftentimes the underdog is not the good guy.
Yeah.
And so, but people love an underdog story, and you got to wonder if that's what do they call that? Is it art imitating life or life imitating art?
Right.
Are we changed by what have we made ourselves like to see the underdog, or is that a perversion? Maybe because obviously the best type of person wouldn't be the underdog. It'd be God, right? God's not an underdog. God is God. So have we trained ourselves to like the underdog? Is that one of Hollywood's missions? I don't know. I don't just
Maybe.
thoughts come in my head.
No. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this. This was edifying to you. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out. And I thought Brad was going to take over from there.
I was looking for the button. I got to also do the streaming too. So I was he's ending quick. Hit the button. We appreciate every single one of you, and we do appreciate if you share, like, and subscribe. If you do have someone that's like, I saw the video and I don't like it, send them this video.
Yeah.
We want more comments on this one because we are looking at them. We see every single one, and we want to know exactly what you think about it, not just you're reaching. We want to know exactly what we're reaching at so we can improve. We love you guys. Take care.
Yep. Amen.